that yet, but their FAQ page says this. If the spread worsens, students can switch to learn from home. Masks are not going to be required and will not be provided by the school if students don't have one. I've asked each of the districts the best way for parents to get their questions answered. Haven't heard back from them about a point person or phone number quite yet, but we're putting something together on our website. Our team is keeping an ear on all of our local board meetings this evening, and I'll be back with the latest every half hour or if any big decisions get made.
But what about the class of 2020? You're looking at a live protest outside the Board of Education building in Richmond County going on right now. These protesters are upset following yesterday's announcement from the district canceling this year's graduation ceremonies. They're asking for a graduation ceremony or for more of their money back for seniors who paid those fees. New this afternoon, a Richmond County deputy fired after the sheriff's office says he released sensitive information to News 12 anchor and I-Team reporter Meredith Anderson. The sheriff's office says Deputy Marlon Campbell violated county policy. The release says Campbell shared information that may impair the sheriff's office ability to successfully prosecute cases. The sheriff's office says an investigation began after documents and videos were given to the media without authorization. The Internal Affairs investigation says Campbell assessed several documents through the 2 law enforcement databases. Internal Affairs investigators say Campbell denied he had been giving anything to the media but failed a polygraph test and later admitted to sending the information. News 12 General Manager Mike Oates says, quoting here, as a news organization, our journalists have a number of sources to whom they reach out and a number of sources who reach out to them. It is not our practice to divulge any source who wishes to remain confidential.
I'll also address this coming up at 6 o'clock. In the 2 states, South Carolina is reporting that this man is now charged with murder for allegedly setting a house fire that killed a 10-year-old boy. According to an incident report, Brian Bowden Jr. also set his parents' house on fire over the weekend. A witness told deputies that he was standing in front of the home watching it burn. The incident report shows Bowden admitted to the fire at his parents' house. Now, this is our first look at the house in Warrenville where 10-year-old Kason Adams died. We're told he was spending the night with a friend when that fire started. Bowden is being held at the Aiken County Jail.
2 people are injured. 1 is dead in connection to a shooting in Augusta early this morning. Richmond County deputies are investigating the death of 23-year-old, an Aiken man who was found in a car on Service Drive just off Millage Road. The coroner says Marquand Doyle was pronounced dead just after 3:30 this morning. 2 teenagers were also shot. They're in the hospital but expected to survive. No luck this morning in a search for this missing man with dementia. The Wendy's where Rayshard Brooks was shot and killed is being demolished today. The video of one of several protests at the restaurant that followed after his death last month. The fast food restaurant was set on fire the night after Brooks' death, and since then, it's become a memorial with art, signs, flowers, and other displays honoring Brooks. Activists had hoped it would lay the groundwork for a lasting peace center at the site.
An Atlanta school district says if kids head back to class, the students and bus drivers should wear masks on the bus. Fulton County school leaders say it will be important to keep students and drivers safe in the vehicles upon returning to school.
Students are expected to wear a mask while riding our school buses, and this is due to the inability to socially distance on the bus. We know parents may make other choices, so parents and students may choose to have students ride bikes, walk to school, or drive to school. We know those are all potential options that parents are considering.
The buses will also be sanitized before and after each trip. The district plans to move to assigned seating at some point, they say, during the first semester. They say that will help them with contact tracing should someone become infected.
And this is the time of year we usually begin to hear about back-to-school drives ahead of a new school year, but the pandemic has changed that. Instead of the traditional backpacks and pencils, one nonprofit out of Aiken is preparing kids for the school year with COVID essentials.
If they're able to actually report back on campus, you want to assist in that adjustment by building care packages and shipping them to them that include disinfectant spray, dish detergent, laundry detergent, washcloths, towels.
Tim Bailing says they won't be able to reach as many students this year because of the pandemic.
The annual Spring Myrtle Beach Bike Rally kicked off with fewer people because of coronavirus. The rally was already moved to July because of the pandemic, and it appears more people may have shown up during the first week it was canceled. Vendors say the big decline in bikers could really hurt them financially.
There's a lot of risk involved at this point between the COVID, the lack of patrons, and the money that goes into a 10-day show, and so there are risks involved, so you just got to kind of hope for the best and prepare for the worst.
The bike rally runs through Sunday.
Job losses are tough this year, and women are more likely to lose a job because of the pandemic. Why they're hit the hardest and what you can do coming up.
Clear skies later tonight will make it perfect for viewing the International Space Station again. We'll let you know how you can see it and the Comet Neowise coming up.
Craig's Black Friday in July.
When the coronavirus pandemic hit the U.S., it left millions of people without jobs and children out of school.
A recent study finds that women have been hit the hardest, especially working moms. Michelle Medina reports.
T. Lopez has been in entertainment for 20 years as a singer, TV host, and now podcaster.
Put your shoes on.
But when the coronavirus hit and schools closed, the mother of two added teacher to her duties.
Yes. We've just all got to survive, and that's what I feel like it's been. It's been survival mode.
Her husband also has a full-time job, and they're expecting another child. Keeping up with her own job during the pandemic got a lot harder.
There were times when I would wait until they went to sleep, but then I'm exhausted trying to work.
A USC study finds she's not alone. 1 in 3 working moms reported being the main caregiver in a 2-parent household. That's compared to 1 in 10 working fathers.
I was not surprised to see that women were doing more of the care.
Study author and working mom Hema Zamaro found women were also more likely to lose jobs during the pandemic. Female employment dropped 13 percentage points between March and early April, compared to 10 percentage points for men.
Once women leave the labor force, it's very hard to come back.
The majority of women surveyed also reported reducing their work hours to take care of their kids. With the stress of juggling it all, there's a rise in depression and anxiety.
I think in this quarantine time, I've given myself more permission to just, I can't do it today. Check.
Lopez is taking it one day at a time. She's still working from home, but is focusing on the quality time she gets with her daughters.
Who's in there?
As she prepares for the family's new addition.
And if schools cannot reopen this fall, Zamaro worries women will face even more psychological distress, which could also rub off on their children. But, moms are super moms, no doubt about it.
And in a pandemic, it's even more difficult. When I was working at home, I kind of overlapped with my daughter finishing school, Richard. It was very difficult.
Yeah, I know.
So hard.
Hats off the teachers, too,
I know.
while we're on the topic
Honestly, it made me I already appreciate teachers. They are superheroes, but
Right.
man, I really appreciate them now.
It really gives you a reality check.
For
Let's
sure.
head over to Aiken. Look, we have a double hawk day on our camera over there, Riley.
Hang on to that pattern through early next week.
Riley, thanks very much. Just coming into our newsroom, we understand Club Car will be temporarily closing down after workers tested positive for COVID-19 there. The company just released a statement this afternoon saying in part, quote, despite these rigorous efforts, 3 employees, 2 at our Evans, Georgia facility, 1 at the Club Car Distribution Center in Appling, have confirmed cases of COVID-19. Club Car says the facilities will be deep cleaned and sanitized before operations resume on Thursday.
A birthday in the hospital, not exactly what a local 6-year-old wanted, but we'll show you how the community made her feel like a princess anyway.
You can hear it, and I approve this message.
Birthdays, they're supposed to be all about balloons, cake, and gifts, but for one little girl, she had to spend her 6th birthday in the hospital after she was in a car accident.
Yes, she did. Tradisha Woodard shows us how a lot of people are making sure she feels celebrated.
I bought myself in the car.
It's a pain that 6-year-old Serenity Kirk and her family will carry with them forever.
All I can remember is that I was coming down the road and, I remember passing by the little car dealership.
He says everything else was a blur. The crash happened on Columbia Highway in Aiken, July 2nd, the same day as Serenity's birthday.
We was on the way to celebrate her birthday, and and everything just changed.
Her mom says it all happened in the blink of an eye, leaving her husband with a broken wrist and Serenity in a wheelchair with a broken femur and lacerations.
You're somebody special.
So the community came together, including the exact same people who stood by their side at the scene of the crash.
We've been praying for you. You got the whole church and everybody's praying for you to get better, so you're going to get better.
Firefighters, police officers, and people from the community wanted to give her an escape from her pain and make her 60th birthday an unforgettable one.
I feel like we're so.
Her mom says it was a success.
She is so excited. All the amazing gifts, the Barbies, the videos, that is so amazing. I appreciate everybody for doing that. We love y'all.
I'm happy.
Tradisha Woodard on your side.
To Southern Siding and Window Company.
Breaking news out of Augusta, Richmond County Schools considering a start date of September the 8th. That is the Tuesday after Labor Day, at a board meeting going on right now. Dr. Kenneth Bradshaw said parents were not happy about a Monday through Thursday schedule because of child care issues. Now they're recommending Monday through Friday. The school is giving parents an extra week to decide between this traditional face-to-face model or virtual learning where those kids would stay home. The new date to decide on all that is July the 27th. We are still listening in on the meeting. We're going to have another update in about 5 minutes, but the school date start would be September the 8th if they give it the go-ahead. Riley.
Richard, just expecting a few isolated storms the next few days. We're not expecting much rain for most of us. Better storm chances by the weekend.
Hey, we're back after a short break. You're watching News 12, first at 5.